everyone, now that I've reviewed each Battlefront game in at least one video, I am finally ready to rank them all from worst to best. Now, of course, you guys probably could have guessed that I haven't played all the all the handheld console games, like all of that stuff. I just played the original Battlefront, the original Battlefront 2, and the EA Battlefront 1 and 2. So without further delay, because most of my intros take like 5 minutes, let's get right into it. Alright guys, in last place, I've gotta put Battlefront 2015. I know in the video where I compared said game to Battlefront 2017, I was saying it was just as good as Battlefront 2017, if not better, but that was like a million years ago, and my opinions have definitely changed. Wait, hold up, what do you mean it's only been 3 months ago? But as I was saying, my hype for this game has definitely died down over. The things I like about the game are the maps. There's really not that many of them, so you get bored very quickly, but the maps that there are quite good. And the second thing I like is the build your own class. This is a controversial opinion, and I don't think this should be implemented into every Battlefront game. But I think for this game it works, how you can like choose your blasters and then like choose your loadout. It makes for some very fun mixing and matching, but like all the loadout, like the Raider loadout or like the Sharpshooter loadout, you know what I'm talking about, I don't know the name for them. There are not that many of them. I think there's like 3 or something. And that is part of my main problem with this game. There just isn't enough content. Like they had 10 years to make a new Battlefront game. And somehow it has, like, the least content out of any Battlefront game I've played. Like, for example, if I play this game, I'm addicted for, like, 2 days, okay? If I play literally any other Battlefront game, I'm addicted for, like, 2 weeks. On to the game modes, and they're alright, because, like, Walker Assault is really fun, but, like, if it's the only Battlefront 2015 game mode you play, then it gets a little boring, because all the other game modes are kind of mid. It's either, like, a Temu Star Wars Squadrons, or, like, just the 100 versus 100. So, yeah, the Walker Assault is fun, mixing and matching your loadouts are fun, but the biggest problem with this game is the lack of content. Alright guys, on to the second last place, but honestly this could be my number one depending on the day. I'm gonna put the original Battlefront. The gunplay is a little less satisfying than Battlefront 2. The movement is a little more clunky, and there's no sprinting, which, like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it definitely makes the games a lot slower paced. But this is one hell of a game for the first Battlefront of all time. And the maps are a freaking godsend. Like, the last video I made was, like, 90% of it was literally just talking about the Battlefront 1 map, so I'll go over it very quickly. But, like, the Dune Sea, like, the gameplay is so good. Like, sorry for not mentioning this in the last video, because I completely forgot. But, like, having a 3-sided battle with the Tusken Raiders is low-key insane. And, when I was playing as the clones on this map, I targeted the Tusken Raiders and committed some atrocities. Another fact I like about this game is that, of course, the air battles take place on the same map as the ground battles, so it's an interesting twist, but at the same time, I feel like they focused the ground battles so hard and just added the air battles as kind of like a bonus. Overall, this game is just good fun. The class system works well. The gameplay is actually kind of crazy for the first Battlefront. Of course, there are some nitpicks around the edges, but hey, this is the first Battlefront game of all time, so you gotta give it some credit. Guys, I was so split on what to put at number 2, but I think I finally decided Battlefront 2017. I am so in the middle with the community on this because there's the new gens that absolutely adore it, and then there's the old gens that just like the old Battlefront games and absolutely hate this, and I'm somewhere in the middle. Because the best part about this game is the heroes, right? Like, they did it well in Battlefront 2, probably the best they could have done with a 1-year making schedule, but this is the best hero system in all of Battlefront. Because all of these guys have different fighting styles. Maul is a more fast-paced character with faster reload speed on his abilities, but his damage and health are lower. Meanwhile, Darth Vader has less movement speed and attack speed, but his damage and health are very high. And along with that, they have special abilities that cater towards, like, their fighting style. For all lightsaber users, all of them have a unique loadout and a unique playstyle. It's just insane that they put that much thought into all the heroes. The star cards are also kind of a hit or miss with the community, because the Battlefront 2015 fans wanted, like, the make-your-own class type of game, while the old fans wanted the class system. So they made this where, like, they have the set classes, but then you can change the blasters and the star cards. I think this is a good compromise. I rather the class system, but I feel like this gives enough uniqueness to make, like, different people's fighting styles and stuff. Along with that, the game modes are pretty good with the attack, defense, and supremacy. And the maps, though not being the best gameplay-wise, visually, they're really good. But my biggest critique about this game is that half of the content is locked behind a paywall of the PS Plus. Like, single player players have, like, so much less content than the guys who can pay to get PS Plus and play, like, multiplayer and all that crap. And that is actually so sad, because the old Battlefront games had the exact same amount of content for, like, multiplayer to single player. Like, literally the only difference was that you were playing with real people. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm not an expert on Battlefront, but I'm pretty sure, like, all the content was same. Along with that, how the hell did they nerf the class system? Like, bro, the old Battlefront had it all with the class system. But this class system is just, like, four classes that, if you apply the right star cards, basically play the exact same. It's not bad by any means, but it's definitely nerfed. Another small critique is that how did they nerf the space battles? Like, I don't mind too much because I don't play the space battles too much. I just play them from, like, time to time. But how did they go from, like, oh yeah, you can raid the ship with your split screen homie and, like, just destroy the reactor and all of that and, like, take out a bunch of clankers, like a really inclusive battle, to, like, oh yeah, just take out 100 ships. Like, that's a big ass nerf if you ask me. Overall, Battlefront 2017 is a pretty good rebirth of the old Battlefront 2, with its highlights being the heroes and the game modes, but it's not better than my number one spot. But at said number one spot, you guys were waiting for it, the original Battlefront 2. This game's got it all, bro. Like, the highest peak of the class system, very good map selection, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they added heroes in this game. I'm pretty sure they weren't in the original Battlefront, so that's huge. They got all the game modes, like Conquest, Capture the Flag, like the Hero Assault, where it's just like 1,000,000 Vaders versus 1,000,000 Vaders. It makes no sense. You literally just play when you're brain dead, but it is so fun. The ship battles that I was talking about, that's the peak right here, where you can, like, get in the ships and stuff and, like, go on the other hangar. Like, I need to talk about that more. I cannot say how much that is peak. Like, I don't get how people say, like, oh, that's repetitive. Like, sure, I've only been playing this game for a month, but holy, this is so addictive. The tiniest critique I could give is that the maps are a little more nerfed than Battlefront original, even though they are still amazing. And there's probably other tiny crappy nitpicks that I forgot about, but that's the power of talking off the top of your head. Now is probably a good time to say that I think all Battlefront games are good, even the ones I haven't played. I'm just guessing they're probably good, because all Battlefront games are absolute cinema. They're peak of video games. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for, like, waiting. I know I'm just, like, out of making videos right now. I might talk about it more in another video. But for now, thanks for watching, guys.